There comes a moment in every true transformation when fear strikes the loudest, not at the start, but right after something deep within awakens, after a meditation cracks open your heart, after you align with a vision so vast it feels like destiny breathing through you. Just when your spirit whispers, "I've found it," fear slinks back in. Thoughts spiral, muscles tense, the nervous system trembles, and you begin to doubt everything. It feels like you're falling backward, yet it isn't collapse, it's combustion, the friction between who you were dissolving and who you're becoming. So many believe alignment means eternal ease, that once your energy matches the dream, everything glides into place. But quantum evolution doesn't move in straight lines. The greater the reality you're entering, the louder your biology resists. This is consciousness shaking hands with chemistry. The body survives by mapping safety through memory, but manifestation asks you to leave memory behind and step into the uncharted. Your system isn't rejecting your desire, it's sounding alarms because it has no reference for this frequency. Like muscles stretching beyond habit, the subconscious strains as you grow. Resistance is not failure, it's evidence of expansion. This is where most retreat, not from lack of readiness, but from misreading the signs. Resistance is not a call to retreat, but to regulate, to steady the signal because something inside is working. Fear doesn't mean misalignment, it means transformation is in motion. It's the echo of an identity being rewritten by a self you've only just begun to embody. Quantum physicist Amit Goswami describes the quantum self as a state beyond time and biography, a field of boundless potential tuned to your highest truth. To reach it, you collapse possibility into form through clear, fearless observation. That's why emotional regulation isn't only therapy, it's technology, the bridge that links your current vibration to the self that already lives your chosen future. Dr. Joe Dispenza reminds us that the body can't distinguish thought from reality. Fearful thinking releases survival chemicals. Coherent thought recalibrates you toward the future. But that recalibration takes time. The body remains addicted to the chemistry of the past long after the mind decides to change. That gap, the holy tension, is where the nervous system pulls backward while the soul urges forward. Staying aligned doesn't mean deleting fear. It means recognizing fear as a signal of departure, not of danger. You're crossing the border of an identity trained to equate safety with smallness. Fear isn't the stop, it's the proof you're moving. So when it rises, you don't restart or question worth. You breathe, you witness, and remember, your quantum self has already crossed. Your work is to stay coherent long enough to meet it. Fear is feedback. It reveals that a new energetic architecture is being built inside you, something your old identity cannot comprehend. The fear isn't from your quantum essence. It's the conditioned body still confusing familiarity with safety. Even peace can feel perilous if you've lived inside tension. This isn't betrayal, it's biology. Goswami calls the quantum self the meeting point of awareness and possibility. When intention and emotion merge, you access that bridge. Yet entry rarely feels serene. It can feel like shaking, tears, disorientation, because the body must reorganize to match your choice. When old programs crash, tremors mean the field is downloading a new code. By midlife, the subconscious directs nearly everything: habits, reflexes, emotional dependencies. If your story has been one of survival, alert, armored, cautious, then openness feels unsafe. That's why those calling in love fear loss, those seeking abundance fear emptiness, those asking for freedom fear being unanchored. The subconscious isn't blocking, it's checking. Are we safe here? True spirituality is teaching the body that peace is normal, that joy doesn't need permission, that expansion doesn't equal danger. You aren't just choosing a timeline, you're conditioning your biology to exist there. Regulation becomes devotion. Notice the breath short, the jaw clench, and place a hand on your heart. We are not in danger. We are growing. Don't exile fear. Sit beside it, soften it, and through love, retune your signal. When you do, fear alchemizes into data, a compass. It reminds you the transformation isn't conceptual, it's cellular. Real change has texture. It moves through breath and bone. It's practice, not perfection. Now reflect. What emotion or recurring pattern pulls you back just as you near breakthrough? The instant you name it, you reclaim your authority. The moment you share it, you break the illusion of isolation. Transformation may be solitary, but awakening is collective. No one ascends alone. When you step into a new self, the mind resurrects every fragment once buried. Echoes arise. You're selfish. You're unworthy. You're betraying what was. Carl Jung wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." In the quantum realm, clarity awakens not only light but shadow. These shadows don't sabotage you, they seek reunion. Every expansion summons the parts of you that once shrank to survive. They surface as fear, envy, anger, not as adversaries but as guardians. These are the aspects that learn to shrink in order to stay safe. As you stretch into newness, they test your devotion. Can you hold love when fear trembles? Can you remain steady as your child self panics? The challenge isn't external, it's vibrational. The work isn't about escaping fear with positivity, but embracing it with maturity and truth. Your shadow doesn't hold you back, it begs to be included. Integration births coherence. The moment you stop fighting yourself, energy stops leaking. Wholeness magnetizes reality. Imagine fear rising as you stand before your dream. Instead of silencing it, breathe and whisper, "I see you. You're coming with me." That is self-leadership. The universe responds not to perfection, but to clarity. Clarity isn't fear's absence, it's the grace to move with it. This is inner revolution, the evolution from abandoning your fragments to holding them in compassion. This makes you trustworthy to the frequency you're summoning. You're not pretending until you arrive, you're healing until you embody. That is quantum integrity. Once your energy no longer wars with itself, life organizes around you. The real leap isn't about control, but about flow, remaining open when everything in you wants to close. Regulation isn't repression, it's awareness living inside sensation. It's witnessing emotion without surrendering your center. Each time you breathe through tension, you signal to your body, expansion is safe. Alignment doesn't demand flawless emotion, only honesty and compassion. It's coherence, not control. It's the act of returning to truth while fear whispers its doubt. The field doesn't move by your mood, but by your steadiness. Your mission isn't to be fearless, but fluent in your energy, to sense when your heart hardens and reopen it, to catch when your mind spins and anchor back to breath. Transformation happens in quiet thresholds, in how you rise from your seat, in how you respond instead of react, in how you breathe through uncertainty. Every micro-choice rewrites your vibration. Your desired timeline isn't distant, it's frequency, and every present choice is a tuning fork. The shift unfolds silently each time you choose presence over panic. Picture yourself deep in transformation, suddenly triggered. A word, a memory, a delay, the chest tightens. In that moment you face the sacred fork, collapse or regulate. You inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and affirm, we are not going back. We are safe. We are evolving. That is how quantum flow becomes natural, not by resisting the wave, but learning its rhythm. When the body contracts, you soften. When fear tugs, you return. You feel without fleeing. You evolve from manifester to transmitter, from seeker to stabilizer. Each time you regulate instead of retreat, your field gains magnetism, your timeline solidifies, and reality echoes your steadiness. If these words find you mid-shift, know this. What you're feeling isn't chaos, it's the architecture of change assembling. You've already crossed vast distances within yourself. Every moment you chose breath instead of defense, softness instead of control. Quantum leaps are rarely loud. They occur in silence, in the humble act of staying aligned when it would be easier to forget. Growth isn't a straight ascent. Falling isn't failure, it's feedback. Alignment is a dialogue between awareness and vibration. Some days you flow like water, others you wobble. What matters is that you keep returning. Returning is the ritual. Returning is the leap. Each return strengthens coherence until fear no longer governs. You do. The version of you already living your dream is not far away. It vibrates right here, waiting for you to synchronize. Each time you breathe with awareness, soothe your body and choose truth over fear, that future self steps closer, not as fantasy but as embodiment. Transformation is not something that happens someday. It's happening now, every moment you choose coherence within the storm. Real change begins when you hold your truth amid chaos, when the past calls your name and you answer with presence instead. That's when you become trustworthy, not only to others but to life itself. The universe responds to steadiness. It mirrors the energy of those who no longer abandon their signal. And as your field unifies, the external world aligns with your internal order. Clarity draws clarity. Opportunity finds coherence. Synchronicity becomes natural law. The leap was never about becoming someone new. It was about remembering who you've always been beneath survival. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are unfolding. So pause. Exhale slowly. Feel the pulse of your chosen reality humming beneath the surface of your skin. That vibration is your confirmation. It's proof that the quantum self is already holding the field steady while your body learns to believe it. So what now? You keep going. You let the shift deepen through practice. Because another wave of fear will come, it always does, but next time you'll know. You'll recognize it not as regression but as refinement. You won't brace against it, you'll breathe through it. You'll feel it surge, soften, and dissolve as your body learns safety in the unknown. Once you shift from reaction to regulation, from emotion to embodiment, transformation stops being a concept. It becomes a lifestyle. You stop chasing the leap and realize you are the leap. Every breath becomes integration. Every return to presence is a recalibration of timelines. This is what mastery looks like, not absence of emotion but fluency within it. To feel deeply and still stay anchored. To witness contraction and still choose softness. To experience fear and still remain faithful to the vision. In those moments, you become the bridge between human and infinite, between matter and consciousness. Fear was never your enemy, it was your initiation. It arrived to prove you were moving. It appeared each time the past tried to keep its hold. But you stayed, you breathed, you expanded. That's what evolution looks like in real time. It's not always graceful, but it's sacred. And now, as you stand where the old self once trembled, you can feel the quiet hum of power, the certainty that coherence has replaced chaos. Your frequency has stabilized. The field responds differently now because you do. You no longer seek proof. You are the proof. So when the next wave rises, welcome it like an old friend. Breathe, soften, and say, we are safe. We are expanding. We are home. You are already living the shift. Every moment you choose awareness over reaction, truth over pattern, and love over defense, you collapse another loop, release another lifetime of contraction, and let the new timeline root more deeply into form. This is the work, to continue to trust, to embody. The universe doesn't gatekeep possibility, it mirrors coherence. And you, in your devotion to return again and again, are already in resonance with everything you've asked for. You've become the still point within transformation, the calm inside the quantum storm. The field bends to your steadiness now. The leap is no longer something you prepare for, it's the way you live. So breathe one more time. Feel your energy settle, your presence anchor. The shift has already happened. Your task now is simple: stay coherent, stay devoted, stay awake. Because the moment you do, the future you've been calling doesn't have to arrive. It recognizes you and comes rushing home.